2 months, 6 months, 2 days. Do you believe, Miguna, that it is the IEBC that can solve the problem that we're in? Where do we look to? Because Charles is saying we could go to the Supreme Court and they could perhaps give some direction and help calm down the tension in the country. Could it be IEBC?
You see, Yvonne, if you listen to President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, they're not campaigning. They are telling Matiang'i to nyorosha watu. He's telling Matiang'i to continue brutalizing, suppressing, and killing and maiming civilians, Kenyan citizens. That's not the language of a person who is looking for votes. That's a person who has discarded the Constitution and is ready to take power as a strong man. That is a despot speaking. So President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto have become despots. Two, the IEBC is no longer an independent electoral body. It is a branch of Jubilee Party. That is what the IEBC is. The independent there does not stand for IEBC. It no longer exists. It does not make its own decisions. It has not taken any step, not one. If I asked you, Yvonne, since September 1, when the Chief Justice and his fellow justices ordered the IEBC to conduct election in strict adherence of the Constitution and the law, what one thing have they done in compliance? Not one. They did not do it with Oti Safamofo. They did not do it with Al Gorea. They did not do it with the servers. They did not do it with Kim Skates. They have not done it with the forms. They have not done it with their employees. They have not done it with anything. Even when they ordered, and I say ordered because it was a directive, when they said that the presidential candidates should come before them for a meeting, only Raila Odinga appeared there with his running mate and his colleagues. Uhuru Kenyatta never appeared. No censure. They did not act as an independent institution. They went ahead and met with William Ruto. William Ruto is not a candidate. He's not a presidential candidate. Go further. They have been writing letters and memos. Not one of them has been implemented. So Chebukati wrote a memo that was widely circulated and widely debated and discussed in the media. Was there a response? We have not seen it. Transparency would have dictated and accountability that they published it. Have we seen, we've seen media like yourselves invite Cheloba for interviews. The man is full of himself. The man thinks is the best thing that came to the world after sliced bread. He struts like a peacock. So who is giving him the confidence and the power that you are seeing him exude? It is the presidency. The presidency has declared that they are going to protect Cheloba and his group that messed up the elections. So they have to do nothing. So here is it. This is where we are. There is a crisis. It cannot be fixed in the next 1 week when election or two that elections are scheduled. When Chebukati announced that the Right Honorable Raila Odinga and Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta were going to run for the presidency, they disobeyed a court order. The court said, do this in accordance with the Constitution. How did they pick the two when the results on which they could have relied on, even if they were relying on the 2013 decision of the Supreme Court, how did they pick number one and number two when the results had been invalidated? So they couldn't do that. Then recently, when they now said we are expanding it to 8 people, how did they make that decision? How did they communicate to the individuals? Telephone calls. But when the Right Honorable Prime Minister withdraws, they say they need a form. They have not done anything by using any form. So what you see here is an institution that does not understand the law, that does not seem to understand the Constitution, that is out of its depth. They cannot conduct a credible election. So what I'm saying is that IEBC is no longer an independent institution.
All right.
It is a branch of Jubilee.
Okay, Miguna. It all rests with the